everyone, it's Molly Knight Ford from the Awareness School. This week I'm going to be talking about a magnetic center, how that's formed, what it does, why it's important. We can develop a magnetic center in us individually. There can be a magnetic center between a couple. There can be a magnetic center within a group or a community. There can be a magnetic center around certain emotions and pain. One can develop magnetism like a cloud that collects certain kinds of energies. And so it's important to talk about a magnetic center in terms of our own transformation and why we need one. So if you can think about maybe something in an orbit that stays in an orbit and things coagulate and stay within an orbit, it's kind of like that, only your efforts, your inner struggles, your efforts to be present, and certain meditations and certain practices of doing regular life while being present create a magnetic center. And we start to have momentum. Things become easier. You find yourself becoming present more frequently. And so this is important because we may be really pushing ourselves uphill for a while before we see some kind of traction in spiritual work. And so you have to go on faith that things can improve. So it's important to form a magnetic center around your spiritual work. Just as important is the magnetic center around a group of people. And perhaps you can see how one bad apple spoils the whole barrel of apples, so to speak. You can have someone in a group come in who is quite negative, and it will very easily bring the group dynamic down. So it's important to, in spiritual work, develop a magnetic center, if that can develop, in which the common frequency gets stronger and stronger and can be held when people of a lower frequency who are more frenetic out in life and kind of disturb the wavelength cannot disturb the wavelength. What I mean is people begin to entrain to a certain frequency of presence, and it becomes very palpable in a group of people who have been working together for quite some time. But this magnetic center can form rather quickly if people are sincere with their work and bringing their work to the group, bringing their efforts, bringing their presence, and something is created amongst us. And so in a spiritual community that has a strong magnetic center, it's able to become stable in that that level of stillness, or that beingness of a group, so that when new people come in, they feel it, they taste it, and they more easily become still. So these magnetic centers help us to experience accelerated transformation. Like some of the members who have been practicing for longer can help new people to become more still more quickly. And it gains momentum, it gains strength. So in our membership meeting, I'm going to be talking about collective fear, how it has strengthened over time, and why we're experiencing so much fear, and looking at different examples of how divided we are and why. And so I can say one thing about that before I do the talk on Friday, is that we have a way of defaulting to what we like and what we don't like, what is we think is right or wrong. It's this or that, it's black and white. This is a product of our egoism, of survival mode, of the reptilian brain, if you will. And so when we're operating like that, it's very easy to get swept up and operating on a sort of a lower fundamental frequency. And we're more easily pulled into that collective fear. So I'll be talking about that and how to create this magnetic center within oneself. I hope you'll join us for that. It's a monthly subscription at the Awareness School. You can find that on our website and down below in the links. And I hope you'll join us, and I'll be talking about more of these subjects in future videos. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.